Peace, family. A Georgia teen is serving 5 years in prison for stealing sneakers. You got it, people. 5 years in prison. Now, the criminal justice system, in my opinion, is just straight wrong. And remember, this young man didn't have no criminal record at all, but he's serving 5 years in prison for stealing sneakers. Let me play this video, and I'm gonna give you my commentary.
A Georgia teenager with no prior record was sentenced to 5 years behind bars for stealing a pair of $100 shoes. Dayon Davis, who is now 18, was charged as an adult despite being only 15 years old when the crime occurred. He'd been facing a count of armed robbery, but reached a deal with prosecutors and pleaded guilty to robbery by force. The move allowed him to dodge a mandatory 10-year sentence. Advertisement: Davis in 2016 spotted a pair of Nike Oreos, named for their black and white color scheme, for sale on Facebook and arranged to meet with the owner in Columbus Park. "These shoes is took," he said after trying on the sneakers. That's when another male, who accompanied Davis to the meeting, pulled out a gun, scaring off the shoe seller as well as nearby park goers. Authorities later discovered the pair of Nikes in the teen's closet. Prosecutor Sadhana Daly defended Davis's 5-year sentence, calling it a break for the teen. "This was an armed robbery. It's not a theft," she said Friday. "There's a big difference between a theft and an armed robbery." The teen victim was robbed at gunpoint. Davis's defense attorney, Susan Henderson, said her client was extremely remorseful and wants nothing more than to move forward with his life. "I was young at the time, so I wasn't in my right mind," Davis told Muskogee County Superior Court Judge Bobby Peters. Peters dubbed the case an unfortunate situation, adding that he would have preferred it been handled in juvenile court. Daly, however, said it was appropriate he be charged as an adult given the severity of his crime. Because it's his first offense, Davis's record can be expunged if he successfully completes his 10-year probation, Peters said, adding it's likely the teen will be released on parole before serving out his full sentence. No one else has been charged in the case, and it's unclear whether Davis identified the gunman who accompanied him to the 2016 meeting. With Newswire Services.
Okay, you heard of the story. Now, he was 18 at the time. He was meeting with this other guy to just wearing sneakers. Basically, it was armed robbery. And now, keep in mind, guys, that he wasn't the one pulled a gun on the salesman. It was another guy who was with them pulled a gun on the salesman. But see, the guy with a gun wasn't charged. He was the only one that was charged. And the thing of it is that they charged him with stealing sneakers, 5 years imprisonment. Oh, wow. Now, if it's somebody else who, say, committed rape, he receiving 3 to 6 months in prison. Well, 3 to 6 months probation. It was only rape. And since this was his first offense, even prosecutors in this case want to give this kid a break. So now they change it to, hopefully if he complete this probation, the record is going to be expunged, which is a good thing. But the thing of it is, they shouldn't even charge him in the first place as an adult. So he was still a teenager, and they should have charged him as a juvenile instead of as an adult with armed robbery, not stealing shoes, not theft, as they reported. So, guys, this is so sad that, with this young man, that at least he probably will have a life if he complete this probation. They changed the sentence from 5 years in prison to probation, and which is like I said, which is a good thing. However, they shouldn't even charge him as an adult. He wasn't even the one pulled a gun on the salesman. It was the other guy that was with him. But it shows, ladies and gentlemen, that he was guilty by association. That's what it is. He was guilty by association. But we have any other cases and stories that they give 3 months, 6 months probation for it, especially if it's a first offense. So I hope basically he said he learned his lesson. He was young. He learned his lesson, and hopefully his life been turned around. And I hope that his sentence finally be expunged because of the change. So, guys, what do you think about this story? Give me your comments down below, and I would talk to you soon. Until then, this is Lions Den signing off. Deuces.